This list is backed. The Inquirer Sports Starting 5 weekly ranking is based on the players' individual numbers and their respective teams' outcomes during the competition week. Here are the top players divided into frontcourt and backcourt positions for Week 3. Frontcourt. Bright Akhuetie, University of the Philippines, Center. There's still much to be desired about University of the Philippines' performance this past week. The Fighting Maroons went 1-1 in their 2 games, 2-3 overall, but things are still looking rather bright for the State University. Bright Akhuetie has been nothing short of dominant 4-up in Week 3, putting up a couple of double-doubles that will strike the fancy of number geeks. The 6'8" center a 20-point, 20-rebound double-double in up 69-68 loss to Adamson University, and followed that up with a 19-19 in his team's 67-61 victory over De La Salle. Call it any way you can, but Akhuetie's numbers sure are quirky. Alvin Salle, University of the East, forward. The winners' table is finally complete after University of the East notched its first win of the season after a surprise 25-point beating of Far Eastern University, 90-65. UA's win snapped its 4-game skid, and there was no one more responsible for that win than the chunky but downright scary Alvin Salle. Fu had no answer for Salle when the Red Warriors' offensive train put up 25 points, grabbed 13 rebounds, and tacked 5 steals. UA did lose its first game of the week, 89-62 against Ateneo, but Salle still put up solid numbers in the defeat with 17 points and 8 rebounds. Sean Manganti, Adamson University, forward. Talk about making up for a bad game. Sean Manganti was utterly miserable for Adamson when it faced University of Santo Tomas the previous week, with his 0-point performance sticking out like a sore thumb in the Soaring Falcons' 79-71 win. That terrible outing lit a fire in the lanky forward when he led the Falcons to a perfect 2-0 Week 3 that saw him crush UP's collective heart with a cold-blooded game winner for their 69-68 victory. Manganti finished with 18 points against the Fighting Maroons, and he followed that up with a 14-point, 4-assist, and 2-steal line in their 63-58 win over National University. Fun fact, Manganti also scored a game winner in Season 80 against the Fighting Maroons that resulted in a 73-71 Falcons win. Backcourt. Juan Gomez de Leano, University of the Philippines, guard. Sophomore Sorrow seemed to have kept its distance from Juan Gomez de Leano. Season 80's Rookie of the Year has been balling 4-up, and this past week saw him continue his stellar play in Season 81. Gomez de Leano was crucial for the Fighting Maroons' 1-1 campaign in Week 3 after he averaged 19 points and 5 rebounds per game. Akhuetie, Adamson University, guard. Manganti may be putting up the dramatics for Adamson, but Akhuetie was putting up the quiet support for the Soaring Falcons. Akhuetie was one of the more consistent scorers for Adamson this past week as he helped guide the Soaring Falcons to a perfect 5-0 record so far in the season. The lanky shooter has lived up to that consistent label, so much that he attempted 24 shots, 12 for each game, while converting 11. Akhuetie averaged 13 points for Adamson in its perfect Week 3. Honorable mentions. Angelo Cowam, Ateneo de Manila University, Center. Angelo Cowam experienced the best of both worlds for Ateneo this past week. Usually utilized as a defense-first big man who is rarely used in finishing possessions, Cowam showed that he's more than a one-dimensional player. Kaum had a quiet afternoon during the Blue Eagles' easy 89-62 win over UAAP on Wednesday, when he put up 8 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 blocks. 3 days later, Kaum turned into one of Ateneo's offensive weapons after he finished with 20 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 blocks in another Blue Eagles 85-53 rout over the Growling Tigers. Poppy Salle, Adamson University, Center. It's been pretty much all Adamson 3 weeks into the season. Akhuetie wasn't the only consistent fellow for the Soaring Falcons during their perfect week 3, with reliable big man Poppy Salle also pitching in quality numbers. Salle's numbers weren't as gaudy as the other centers in this list like Akhuetie and Kaum, but his stats were still impressive nonetheless. In the 2 games Adamson played this week, Salle had double-doubles in each of those matches, where he averaged 11 points and 10